So we're going to record now and start class. We're going to talk about ratios, proportions, and rates. This is always a hard thing, and when I'm doing this class, people I think kind of struggle with it sometimes. So um, I I'm hoping this will be something we can kind of slow down on and really be able to get. All right. So um, let's talk about, first of all, ratios. What is a ratio? Let's do ratio. Ratio is a way of showing comparisons between two things. So a good example um, would be like how many boys or girls were in a class. Say we had a class with 3 boys and 2 girls. We could say the ratio was 3 to 2. How do we write ratios? We can either write it as with a colon like that. That's called a colon when you have 2 dots, or we can write it as a fraction. So 3 boys to 2 girls, 3 to 2. Let's say we had a class and we had 15 computers and we had 27 students. And I wanted to know, what is the ratio of computers to students? You could write 15 to 27. Now, ratios can be simplified just like fractions can. So 3 divides into 15 and 27, so we could also write it as 5 to 9, because 15 divided by 3 is 5, 27 divided by 3 is 9. So ratios can also be simplified as in the same way that fractions can. So that's just like basic introduction to what a ratio means. That's going to come up a lot as a building block to how we're going to do problems. Now is the most important thing you'll learn in this class, like tonight, is cross multiplying. So what is cross multiplying? It's when we have a problem that looks like this, and then we have to figure, well, let me write it out. 45, 12. Actually, let's start with a simpler one. We'll do this one in a little bit. Let's say we have 2 and 3, and then we have 6 here. And then we have X. We have to figure it out. So the first thing we do is we multiply across. So first, multiply across. Multiply across. Second, divide by the number that's left. Sorry, that handwriting got really beautiful. So let's do these steps. So first, let's multiply across. 3 times 6 equals 18. Now let's divide by the number that's left. 18 divided by 2 equals 9. So here, X equals 9. Let's do a harder one. 45 over 12 equals 15 over X. So this is harder. We're going to cross multiply 15 times 12. 10, carry the 1, 2, 3, add a 0. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 1 is 1. That's 180. Is the answer what 15 times 12 is. Now we've got to divide 180 by 4. You'll memorize this in a few weeks when we do fractions. You'll know, oh, that's 4, but we'll do it out here. 45, and we really can't do the division. We just do the multiplication guess. 45 times 4. 4 times 5 is 20. Carry the 2. 4 times 4 is 16. Plus 2 is 18. So 180 is the answer. So X equals 180. Let's do Let's do this one's kind of hard. Let's do 15 over 96 equals x over 35. So 15 times 35, oh my goodness. 15 times 35, 5 times 5 is 25. Carry the 2, 5 times 3 is 15, plus 2 is 17. Add the 0 there. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 3 is 3. 5. 2 times 7 is, or 2 plus 5 is, 7 plus 5 is 12. Carry the 1. 3 plus 1 is 5, so 525. And we got to divide 525 by 96. Oh my goodness. I think. So to do that, we've got to say how many times does 96 go into 52? Well, it doesn't, so we're going to just have to do the guess and check style of multiplication again. Let's do 96 times 5, 0, 3. 5 times 9 is 45 plus 3 is 8, 480. So 96 times, let's say 96 times 6 is 36. Carry the 3. 9 times 6 is 54, plus 3 is 76. So 576. So it's going to be a not even number. So it's going to be 5, 480. I'm going to bring this down a little bit. We got to subtract 5, 12, 4. That 4, the 45. We're going to add a 0, bring down a 0. How many times does 96 go into 450? It goes in 4 times. 96 times 4 is 24. 4 times 9 is 36, plus 2 is 38, 384. 384. So 10, 6. 14 minus 8 is 6. That becomes nothing. So we should have a 4 up here. We're going to bring a 0 down. And we know 96 times 6 is 576. This one just turns really ugly. Sorry. 576. 10 minus 4. 15 minus 7 is 8, I believe. Yeah. Then we make that 0, so 84. 0, bring down a 0. It's just getting super long and annoying, I know. 96, let's say 96 times 9 is 4, 54. 9 times 9 is 81, plus 5 is 6. So 864, so it's 96 times 8. 8 times 6 is 48, plus 4. 8 times 9 is 72, plus 4 is 6. 768. 768. I'm starting to think I copied down this problem wrong, because this problem just keeps going. But oh, I see. It says round to 1 decimal digit. That's why. So it says round to 1 decimal digit. So since we're already here, we round this up to 5. So the answer is 5.5. I was like, this is going to go on forever. I didn't mean to use problems with decimals. Sorry about that. No wonder it got so awful. Let's do this one instead. 25 over 33 equals a over 66. We're going to call it x. 25 times 66. Let's do this. 66 times 25. 5 times 6 is 30. 6 times 5 is 30, plus 3, 33. Bring down, or placeholder 0, 2 times 6 is 12. Carry the 1, 2 times 6 is 12, plus 1 is 13. Bring a 1. So 1650. So 1650 divided by 33. 33 times 5 is 15. 1. 5 times 3 is 15, plus 1 is 16. So 33 goes into 165 5 times. 165. 0 goes in 0 times. So the answer is 50 is X. So we're just doing a lot of these cross multiplyings, but you see you multiply across and then you divide. That's like what I want you to get out of it, like more than anything. Sorry, it's hot up here. Let's try this problem. This is going to take it to the next level. 25 pounds of onions cost $50. How many pounds of onions can you get with $26? Let's think about this. So what we have to do when we get these kinds of problems is we have to make a proportion like this. And then we say 25 pounds for $50. And then we have to do the same thing on this side. We have to put dollars down here and we have 26. And then we have a question mark for pounds because this is where the pounds are and we want to know how many pounds we can get. So now we have to do the multiplication out. So the cross multiplying. So first we multiply across 26 times 25. 5 times 6 is 30. Carry the 3. 2 times 5 is 10. Plus 3 is 13. Carry the 1. Placeholder 0. 2 times 6 is 12. Carry the 1. 2 times 2 is 4. Plus 1 is 5. So we get 650. So we get 650 is what 25 times 26 is. And we have 650 divided by 25. Gotta bring this down. 25 goes into 65 twice. That's 50. And that's 15 and bring down the 0. So that's 150. 25 times 6, 30. Here's the 3. 6 times 2 is 12. Plus 3 is 15. So 150. So the answer is, 150. So it's 6. So the answer should be that you can get 26. That doesn't seem right. That doesn't make sense. 25 times. Let me make sure I did the math right. That's embarrassing when I don't, but sometimes it happens. So 650 divided by 50. Oh, you know what I did? I divided it by 25. You can't divide by 25. You got to divide by 50. So this is why I don't just work off a script. I want to show you like the mistakes you can make. What I did is I multiplied across like I was supposed to, but then I didn't divide right here. So instead of doing this, I should have done 650 divided by 50. That would have given me a better answer. So 50 goes into 65 once. Remainder 15 and then 0. 50 goes into 150 3 times with no remainder. So the answer is you can buy 13 pounds of onions with $26. That answer makes a lot more sense. Let's do another proportion. I want you all to do this one now. 40 divided, oh, no. 40 divided by 8 equals X over 24. So work on that problem. I'm going to open a quiz. Next. I don't like that. I got to make some options real quick. So work on this, and I'm going to put some options up there. Okay, so answer A is going to be 15. Answer B is 6. Answer C is 400. Answer D is 120. So now I want you all to put your answers here. I've got 4 answers in. I need 2 more. Got 5 answers in. I need 1 more. One more answer. I'll just work it in a second. All right. Good. So we've got share the results. Pretty good and results here. Let's work it out. And then you'll see that the right answer was C. No, just kidding. It's not it. So 40 times, sorry, that's not how you wanted it. 40 times 24. 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 4 is 16. 0 here. 0 times 2 is 0. 0 times 4 is 8. 0, 6, 960. Then we divide 960 by 8. 8 goes into 9 once. 8, 1, 6. 8 goes into 16 twice. 16, 0, 0, then 0. So the answer is 120. So good. That 4 out of 6 getting that on the first, like the night you learned, that's pretty good. So I think you all should give me a bonus. No, I'm just kidding. I'm happy. I'm really happy. That's really great, you guys. Let's do this problem now. Now I want you all to try this as well. Oh dear. Wow, that is tiny. All right. Jetta can run a marathon, which is 26 miles in 3 hours. How long will it take he or she to run 10 miles at this pace? So first thing I want you to do is I'm going to give you 30 seconds and I want you to try to set this up as a proportion. That's the first thing you got to do is try to set it up as a proportion. And then we're going to go step by step. And I'm going to kind of guide you through how to do it. All right, that's a full minute. So let's set it up. So we need to set up, oh, that's not it. We need to set up the proportion, and then we need to set the equal sign. We need to put miles. It just has to be on the same, either top or bottom on both sides. It doesn't matter which one you choose. Let's do miles. Let's do 26 miles and then 3 hours. So it's got to be hours on both sides. Now, how long to run 10 at the same pace? So we want to know. Now try to work this proportion. I'll give you a minute to work this proportion, then I'll work it. All right, let's work it together. First we do 3 times 10. 3 times 10, that's not the hardest thing you've done today, is 30. Then we gotta do 30 divided by 26. This is harder, of course. So 30 goes into 26. let's see, sorry. Sorry. 30 goes into 26. So 26 goes into 30 once. 26, that's a 4. Add a decimal, bring down a 0. So 26 goes into 40 once. Someone just sent a message. Oh no, I gotta respond to this message. Yes, I would. Sorry, I'm DMing portions rates. All right. Gotta bring my thing down. So that's 26, 10, 4, 3, 14. Bring down a 0. 26 goes into 140. Let's see, 26 times, let's say times 5, 0, 3. That's 130. So 5, 130. This is gonna be 10. Bring down a 0. And at some point, I'm gonna stop doing all these decimal places and just round. 26 goes into 26 times 3 is 8, 1, 6, 78. 78. And then that gives you 10 minus 8 is 2. 9, 22. It goes in 0 times. At this point, we're just going to round and call it a night, but it's like 1.153 hours. So let's do another word problem. All right. So at a school, there are for every 20 female students or 15 male students. I'm going to give you a minute to set this, and then the same student ratio exists in another school. If there are 100 female students at the second school, how many male students are there? I'm going to give you a minute to set it up. And then I'll give you a minute to do it. I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to go change shirts. I don't have air conditioning up here and I'm going to die. But set it up. I'll be back in a second. Sorry about that. It would have been awful if I had just like fainted on camera. So let's set it up first. 20 to 15 is our ratio. Now we can simplify that. We can divide both of these by 4 or by 5. 20 divided by 5 is 4. 15 divided by 5 is 3. So we can now set up a proportion. 4 females, I'm going to do F, to 3 males equals 100 females to question mark males. So now we do a proportion. 3 times 100 is 300. 300 divided by 4. Let's figure that out. 300 divided by 4. 4 goes into 30, 7 times, 28. Oh, 28. 2, 0, 4 goes into 20. 4 goes into 25 times. So 75 is the answer there. There'd be 75 male students. All right, let's try this one. I'm not sure why these like to be so small. Oh, that is not small at all now. Let's try this one. I'm gonna make it a bit smaller. Let me work this one for you. In a bank, the banker to customer ratio is 1 to 2. 7 bankers on duty, how many customers are currently in the bank? So we can write this ratio 1 to 2 as 1 to 2. Banker to customer. Then we can do there are 7 bankers. And then how many customers? We go 2 times 7. Sorry, 2 times 7 equals 14. 14 divided by 1 equals 14. So 14 is the answer. Let's try this one. I want you to send me the answer to this one in a DM, okay? I want you to try this one and send me the answer in a DM. This is a tricky problem. Try it out. There are 2 questions they're asking here. If this feels too hard, I'll work it in about 2 or 3 minutes. All right, I'm waiting for answers in DMs. Send me your answers in your DMs for what you think it is. All right, I'm going to work this. So there are two questions here. The first is how much does she earn per hour? Well, we can figure that out by saying she made $40 in 5 hours. We just have to divide to find her rate per hour. So $40 divided by 5 equals 8. $8 per hour. Not the best paying job she could probably get. But not bad if she's like 10 and babysitting. So here we go. We've got she wants to know how much she'll earn in total. So she's got 3 more hours. So she makes $8 an hour times 3 more hours. That means $24. Now let's add the $40 she's already made to it. Sorry, that's really messy. The $40 she's already made, and you get $64 total. All right, I'm going to work one more problem, and then that'll be it for the night. You see, there's not much in terms of topics here tonight. It's mostly just practicing this over and over and over, doing portions. We're going to do one last word problem. This is a rate problem. Let's move this here. Do that. Bring this down. It takes Andy 10 minutes to read 6 pages of his book. He's already read 150 pages. It's 210 pages long. How long is it taking to read 1 page? Well, we'd say 10 minutes for 6 pages. And so if we want to know how long to read 1 page, we would say 10 divided by 6. So that's 6 goes into 10 once, 6. Bring down a 4.0, bring that down. 6 goes into 40. 6 goes into 40 6 times. We'll put a 6 here. 36. 4, bring down a 0. 6 goes into 40 6 times. Now you see it's going to start repeating. So what you need to do is put a line over the 6 and call it that. Or you could round up 1.67. Now, how long will it take him to finish the book if he continues to read at the same pace? Well, here we've got to do some critical thinking. There are 210 pages in the book, and he's already read 150. So he still needs to read, let's see how many pages. 11 minus 5 is 6. So he still needs to read 60 pages. So we need to figure out how long it's going to take him to read 60 pages. Now I have to do a proportion. 60 times 10. It's going to be 600. I'll multiply it out. 0, 0, placeholder 0, 0, 6, 600. Now if we have to do 600 divided by 6 equals 100. So it'll take him 100 minutes to finish the book if he's got 60 pages left. So I know that was a lot to learn tonight, or just we did a ton of problems. It's because that's all there is. So I'm going to stop the recording now.